It's nearly midnight and the police helicopter is tracking one of Rio's most dangerous drugs traffickers. From the onboard camera, his car is seen travelling through a poor, built-up neighbourhood. They move in on their target and open fire. This is no steady shot or careful aim. Instead, a spray of bullets fired from a machine gun through the helicopter's open door as it lurches and weaves overhead. The gang leader died, but people on the streets, people in their homes, were all in danger too, as the road was strafed. Me, my husband and my baby were in the doorway, she says. Suddenly the helicopter came around, shooting up the street. We ran. It was horrible. It was just like a Rambo film. Outside, the bullet holes are still visible. And this is the street where the shooting took place. It's a poor neighbourhood, but it's also the headquarters a few streets away of one of Rio's biggest drugs gangs. And we've had to get permission from heavily armed men before we were allowed to film here. And yet the criminal element is just a fraction of the population. Most people here are normal working people, and yet they risk getting caught up in the crossfire. There are more than 700 shantytowns or favelas in Rio, home to nearly a quarter of the city's population. And their safety is a low priority, says the man who the helicopter footage was leaked to, a politician who's received death threats because he campaigns against police violence.
When police go in shooting, they put people at risk. Many innocents die, including children. That kind of thing only happens in poor areas.
In one recent year, more than 500 people died as a result of police operations in the state of Rio. Ivan was nearly another statistic, shot by police as he watched an angry standoff between them and protesters.
People said they were shooting. I decided to get away, and before I knew it, I was hit.
Rio's police chief wouldn't give us an interview about the helicopter shooting, saying they're still investigating. But ITV News found one senior officer who would speak out. So if we slow down the video and play it here, you can clearly see a man crossing the road, there's someone on a bike, and there's a motorcyclist in front, all near where the police are shooting. How do you think it looks to these people who live here?
As a policeman, I feel ashamed and sad. We should arrest criminals, not kill them and put other people's lives in danger, as happened here. It's not why I joined the police and took my oath.
Tackling the drugs gangs in these areas puts the police themselves at risk. Softly, they say, is not an option. But we've been told this wasn't a one-off case. It's just that the footage leaked out, leaving troubling questions about police violence. Nick Ravenscroft, ITV News, Rio.